What is going on YouTube? So today I want to talk to you guys about PC gaming and is it right for you? Because a lot of people don't know whether or not they should upgrade their consoles to a next gen console like a PS4 or Xbox One, or just go ahead and make the leap to PC gaming. And I'm going to try and show you the pros and cons, because there definitely are pros and cons to going PC gaming versus the consoles. And I'm just going to try and make it all in one video. So if you like it, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. It'll really help with my channel, and let's jump right into it. So one of the first pros, and a lot of people really do like that play PC gaming, really like this pro for PC gaming, is you get better graphics, better frame rate. The consoles have specs in there that can't beat some of these higher end PCs. And the nice thing about PC gaming is you get to choose what you like better. Do you like a higher frame rate? Do you like better graphics? And you can prioritize those. So if you want a game to run at 1080p, you can do that. But then sometimes if you don't have the highest PC, you would sacrifice your frame rate. Or you can choose to run it at 720p, but then get that 60 FPS gaming. That's one thing you miss if you went console gaming, because they choose what frame rate, what resolution, what anti-aliasing, all that. But you get to choose it, which is a nice pro. Another thing that is kind of cool is you can choose the parts and you can upgrade whenever. So if you don't have enough money right now, you can put like $400 into your PC, but then when you have a job and you start bringing in more money and you want to upgrade it, you can just switch out different parts. With a console, you have to wait probably 6 years before you get an upgraded hardware. But with this, you don't. You can use it for, say, a year, and then new game comes out and you want to run at the ultra settings. Go out there, buy a new GPU, just put it in there, and you get it mostly save most of these other parts in your build, which is really cool too. That's a really nice pro. Another thing that these consoles can't compete with right now is the amount of games that are available on Steam. There are literally thousands and thousands of games on Steam. And also with Steam and like Origin and Uplay and stuff like that, where you get your games from, you don't have to pay the full $60 retail price for games. Because if you go on console, that's basically what everything is, $60. But on PC, a lot of times the games are a lot cheaper, even for the exact same copy. A lot of times when a brand new game coming out, even like let's say Watch Dogs and Wolfenstein, they're selling for like $40 for pre-order, and that's a really big discount when the game's not even out yet. But a lot of times, I'm just gonna say Steam because they're pretty good at this. They have some incredible sales, like the summer Steam sale. You get huge discounts, and even throughout the whole year, there's big discounts on a lot of games. And then also, I know PlayStation 4 is really pushing this, the indie game scene, and kind of so is Xbox. But on the PC market, there's tons of indies, so you're bound to find the perfect indie for you, and they're really inexpensive too, which is really nice. Also with PC gaming, when you buy your PC, you're not just locked into playing games. You get more benefits out of the machine. You can do your video editing if you want to be like a YouTuber or stuff like that. You can do document editing. So if you're in school and you got some essays to write, you can do all that too. You can watch your entertainment apps. You go to like on your browser like Netflix, stuff like that. And although the consoles do have like Netflix, Twitch, Hulu, stuff like that, you get a better experience on the PC because there's more stuff you can do and stuff like that. Another thing that PC really has that the consoles doesn't have currently, I don't know if they will, but the ability to mod games. There's tons of mods out there for games and stuff like that, and a lot of people really like it. There's a big community for modded games and stuff like that. And there's no mods, or you can't get like modded games or stuff like that on these current gen consoles, the Xbox One and PS4. But there are literally tons of mods for big games, small games, all that. A lot of people like it, some people don't, but it gives you an option. That's what PC is. It gives you tons of options on what to do. So that's basically all I have for pros. And now for cons. One of the biggest cons, and this is why a lot of people stay out of PC gaming, is for the fact that there is a slight learning curve to get everything running. Because a lot of people Because the first learning curve you have is getting your system. A lot of people who want to jump in and are kind of new, they would just go out and buy a pre-built computer, and there's really nothing wrong with that. You can just do that so you can kind of get in the learning spirit and try and get more information on there. But as you learn building the PC, it's really not that hard, but still you have that learning curve to try and figure it out. With a console, you just go to GameStop, Walmart, whatever, pick up your Xbox One or PS4 and just plug it into your TV. There's not much of a learning curve there. And then also, you might run into some bugs, some glitches. You might need to go download some driver for your GPU. You gotta update it. You gotta figure out why my game's not loading up. And the console side, you're not gonna have that unless you're playing Battlefield 4. But when you're playing a console game, you just insert the game, loads up, and you just play. And that's not the same case for PC gaming. There's a lot of obstacles you gotta overcome, and you have to be smart about it. You can't just be like, why isn't this working? So that's another con that a lot of people are not too for. And now I have a couple con/pro that could lean either way, but these are important stuff to take in consideration before you jumping in. So what I mean is, some of these might be pros to you, but then some of these might be cons. There's kind of like ones you gotta think about before you jumping in. And one of them is your friends. You need to make sure you have friends on your PC, or if you go with the console side, because if you don't, you're going to be missing a lot, because you don't want to just play by yourself. A lot of these games you need more than one friend, because you got co-op missions, you got multiplayer, and from experience, it's a lot more fun to play with friends. So you also take that in consideration. Make sure your friends are on PC. Another thing is, you have to consider that you might have to use a mouse and keyboard for some of your games. I know you can use your controller for, there's quite a few games that you can use your controller for, more of the popular ones like Call of Duty and stuff like that. But a lot of people are a little hesitant on using a mouse and keyboard. Although you get a better accuracy and more precise controlling using that, a lot of people think it's more difficult, but I know once you start using it, you will adapt to it. But a lot of people don't know if they want to leave the controller environment, because the controller is really easy to use and it doesn't take that much learning to use it well. So that's one thing that you might be missing, although you can hook up other controllers to the PC, but not all games work with the controller. Another thing that you might be missing out is exclusives. I know PC has a ton of exclusives, but some of them might not appeal to everybody. If you look at the console exclusives that are probably the biggest hits on the consoles, like that you would be missing out on, for Microsoft you'd be missing out on like Halo, Gears, and I know there's a ton of other ones, but those are typically the two biggest ones from the Microsoft front. And then if you look at the Sony exclusives that you might be missing if you jump into PC gaming, Uncharted, The Last of Us, and those are just two bigger names to say. And PC has a ton of exclusives, don't get me wrong, but it just has to make sure it appeals to you. So I recommend going to, like, you can go to Steam's website, look through their games, you play, Origin, whatever, and make sure these exclusives that you're kind of interested in, make sure they appeal to you, because you don't want to be like, oh yeah, PC has 1,000 exclusives, but some of them might not even appeal to you. So just make sure you compare that to make sure if you like, maybe you like the console exclusives better than the PC exclusives, just take that into consideration. So that's basically it. If I missed anything, make sure you put it in the comments section below. I try to communicate with all my commenters. And if you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe button. It really helps on my channel. And I'll see you next time.